guys, it's SJ. How are you all? If you're brand new to my channel, my name is SJ. I have 3 kids. They are 12, 9, Finn just turned 9. So crazy, and Evelina is 5. So today's video, if you've seen in the title, is going to be play ideas, reconnection ideas for this after school moment. I've picked up the kids and at this time of day we always have a sort of a bit of a quiet break time. Everyone has a little bit of alone time, and then there's just that time to come back together, and a play, a game idea is just so good, whether that's you've got back from work and they've been home for a little bit, because it's really important that they let their emotions from the day out, and kids do that through drawing, through writing, through connecting with you, and play is a really good way of doing it. But I've done this Bluey themed, so all of these game ideas are from Bluey. We're obsessed like most other people, and whenever I'm watching it I'm like, oh my gosh, that works so well in play therapy, because I could think about all the stuff I've read about play therapy over the years. I did tons of play therapy when Finn had a speech delay. We sort of worked a lot through getting his emotions out through play and through games, sort of power reversal games, stuff like that, and you see tons of them in Bluey. Just makes it loads more fun when it's a familiar task. And we also have a sponsor for today's video, Helen and Ida. They have created the most beautiful journal, all designed for this exact period of time of after school. What's so unique about this journal is it is parent and child, which I just absolutely love. This isn't even available yet. We have the first link to pre-order a copy. They're absolutely gorgeous. The quality is so beautiful. What I love about it is you fill it in together, and it's a way of really bringing those conversations and emotions and connections to the surface. And I've seen so many of these, but I've never seen a parent and child one. Strength can be when you're really strong.
That's one type of strength.
Yeah.
But there is another type of strength.
What is that? That's things you're
like good at.
Yeah. What do you think yours are?
Maths.
Maths? Do you think I should have maths on mine?
No.
What do you think mine could be?
Teaching.
Oh.
You're quite good at that.
Thank you. I wouldn't have thought of that, so that's a good one.
Maths, running, what else?
Looking after animals.
Smart.
You are. Do you want to write down smart?
That's strength.
Yeah, of course it is.
I don't know.
Smart.
You think?
And I think you're good with children, aren't you?
Littler ones.
Yeah, good with little children. That's a big strength. Not everyone can look after kids. It's the hardest job in the world. Oh, singing. I better put that on mine. Playing? Would you say Mummy's good at playing?
Yeah. You are the best at playing.
Thank you.
Let's have them ready. No. No, Skylar's. No. Mummy.
Playing. What about cooking? Do you think I'm good at cooking?
Oh yeah. I really like eating the food that you make.
Thank you.
If I like it. If I actually like the food overall.
Yeah.
Not the cooking. If the cooking does not matter at that point.
If it's something you don't like.
Yeah.
Or cooking, maybe cooking your favourite things. I know what you like.
Mummy, I coloured it in. Mummy, look. So
Wow, what's that you've drawn there?
it's you and me.
Oh. And I've really thought about this idea myself, so I'm really chuffed someone's done it. What I particularly like as well is it's not like every single day. You write down the day and you write down the month, and then it serves as kind of a keepsake as well for each child. There's questions in there, and it's just such a nice thing to do, particularly like before you're going to do any homework or any lessons and things like that, to make sure that you add something in that is, you know, helping their heart as much as their head, as they would say in Bluey. Please do support them. It is so beautiful, this Journal of Emotional Bond. It's such a fab idea. They're a small family-run business, so we will be supporting small business as well. We're actually the first community to get these. It's just available for pre-order, so thank you so much, guys. It's a real privilege to be able to share this journal with everyone. So my first play idea is from the very beginning of Bluey. I have watched all of them, and it is Freeze. So one of the first ever episodes I watched, and maybe it is episode 1, they play a game where they are able to freeze Dad. And they actually play this game at a time when Mum is leaving, so it's a kind of separation. And this is where this power reversal gameplay comes into play therapy. So it's a lot of time when children feel out of control, you play a game that puts them in control. And this was so good for during speech therapy, or if you've got a child who's difficult with communication. And when they get home from school, I found this is my top type of game to play with them. Never a game that I'm like, let's do this, I'll take control, we'll do this, or something too structured, because they've been doing that all day. And obviously if you're at a good school, they learn through play as well, but a different type of play, whereas this is putting them in charge. So they have the power, the kids have the power to freeze, Bandit, Dad, and you can play this game so easily, any type of space that you have. Great for playing outdoors at the park as well. So they say freeze, you have to stay in that statue wherever you are. They can do all sorts of things to you, encourage them with the fancy dress box, or put the funny stuff on, and when you're unfrozen, you're like, oh my god, what is this? And it really helps after they have been in that regimen, that routine of school, doing things with 30 other children, having to behave in a certain way, and that feeling deep down is of being out of control of your own environment and those around you. You're very much in a school situation. The kids are very much sort of under the leadership of the adults, because it's that type of power balance. So the games that really mix up the power, and you'll see loads of this in Bluey, absolutely loads. That's why they work so well, and they're great to do after a separation, when you'll get back together, to really help to connect and set them up for the next part of their day. I was also obsessed with Born Yesterday. This is from series 3 of Bluey, where Bandit says, I wasn't born yesterday, and it sparks this game idea for him to pretend that he was born yesterday. And it's a really beautiful episode, but what's really nice about it is how much it gets into that role play and that power reversal type of game as well for after school, but for the children to become the teacher, for them to tell you what they have learned. And that's really crucial for them to get their confidence back up when school's been a little bit hard. They are the ones who are knowledgeable, they are the ones who can share that knowledge. You can literally play this when, if you play schools at home, always be the pupil and let them be the teacher, because then they can tell you what they have actually learned and try to teach you. And that's just really good anyway, for them to remember and learn what they've been taught during the day. So I did that a lot during lockdown. If I just couldn't be bothered to teach them that day, then I would say, you teach me something that you know about. And I was just like, yeah, chill. But it also gave them a lot of self-esteem boost after school. So Born Yesterday, when they come in, you can be the one who was born yesterday, so you know absolutely nothing of what's going on around you. Let the children lead you, let them teach you and be in control of it. It's a really, really simple game. Siblings enjoy playing it as well, with one being the lead and one being the one who was born yesterday. And you ask silly questions like, what's the name of this? How does that work? Can you explain this to me? I'm really interested in how you did that. You know, who did this drawing? That's amazing. I've never seen such a beautiful drawing. And it just allows you to spot little things in the episode. It really takes the adult Bandit into really being mindfulness and stopping and looking at leaves and noticing the small things. And that's what you can do together with your kids who play in this game, but particularly after school, to allow them to have that experience of passing on knowledge and being the one who knows more than others, because we all have that little sense of, oh, I didn't quite know what was happening. And the one that I saw that I loved the absolute most was when Bandit, the dad, becomes the kid's anger. You probably all saw this and just thought, wow, this is amazing. So one of the kids gets really angry, and then the dad goes behind them and the kid walks on his feet, and he is their anger. So the kids start laughing straight away. And we always say, when kids are laughing, they are healing. That is how kids get through their emotions. That's how we all do. But what's great, it's such a gentle parenting tip, when they get in and they're so angry, or they're so tired, or they're just so frustrated, become the anger, play that role. It's a little bit like Pixar as well, with all the different characters in there, like, I am your anger. And then you're just super angry and you get to go with them everywhere, and their anger stays with them. But what they get to learn from that is that their anger is separate from them, that it's a separate thing, and they don't want to have those feelings, or their frustration or their sadness. If they're really sad, you can become their sadness, like, oh, I'm sadness, and be really over the top and sad, or be really over the top and angry, or really over the top and frustrated, or super tired that you can't even move. And it lets them really do that thing that we talk about in gentle parenting, which is address the sort of problem behind the feeling, but also to see this is temporary. This feeling isn't going to be there forever. It's separate from you, and we like it. That is a part of you, that feeling, and it can go away as quickly as it came. As soon as we recognize it, we face it, we see it, we understand it, then we can let it go. And that's what you can do by literally playing anger. So it's such a fun, program, isn't it? I absolutely love it. I hope you enjoyed these play therapy tips for after school. I'm really happy to do a bunch more like play ideas for different stages, different ages, different day parts. Just let me know. Again, I'm so thrilled for Helen and Ida for sending me the Journal of Emotional Bonds. They thought it'd be right up your street. So please do support them and click on the link in the description where you can pre-order your journal. I got one for each of the kids. You can keep it as a keepsake, as I said, have it in there back home or after school bag to get out and just do a couple of those. It's so important. As my kids have gone through school more and more, I've done more and more kind of this thinking of myself as more of the person who's there for their emotional needs rather than their learning needs, because that's what they get at school. And as I say, if you want to swap out homework for, sorry, we did like 3 pages of our journal because they were actually feeling a little bit overwhelmed, depending on how much homework you have, then that's also a really lovely thing to pop it into your routine. Bye guys.